Hello, YouTube, the internet, out here in a beautiful forest walk, and I'm in the process now of starting to engage, beginning to bring what I need to do to give back to the world, essentially. Now, this is going to be part of a larger story, and this might not make sense on the face of it, but there is a huge shift happening in the world, and I've had some rather profound experiences over the past maybe 5 or 6 years now, which have shaped and changed my whole perception of reality and the ideas of what we are as people and human beings. So there's 2 factors to the human mechanism that play a part in the way that we live and the way that we be. And that is one part of you, which is a person. One part of you that believes their story, believes their identity, believes their conditioning, and that person is or can be offended, it can be triggered, can be hurt, and it's the root of all suffering that people attach to in their mind-made identity. The second part is truth, spirit, love, God, light, universal spirit, whatever you want to call it. It has many words. It in itself has no words because it's indescribable by its nature, but we all have it. It all sits within us, and the person that we believe we are arises from that spirit and from that life within. Now, the world itself is in a pickle and is probably in the most dire position it's been in for hundreds of years. I wouldn't know truthfully because I've not lived that long, but I know that we are in a position where the tides are changing, the time is shifting, and we are moving towards a more universal, global, hive mind type mentality, which isn't coming easy. We're going through a lot of pain right now, and the person of many people that has been built over generations is now prolific throughout society, and it's causing so many fractures in our perceived reality that it's causing global pain, and it's ended up being an extremely sore point for many people because many people aren't happy. And it is your God-given right to be happy, to be abundant, to be free. And this idea, this notion, this idea that you're not free is now prolific throughout society, and it's rooted in the idea of separation from life and from the God being that you are. And that, truthfully, is or seems to be manufactured. It seems to be designed that way. It seems to be engineered that way. You're given a name from birth. You're given an identity. You're stripped from your sovereign life form pretty much immediately from birth, and you adopt a set of principles and beliefs that then you believe that you are, which is not true. So what my mission is, what my dream is to break the idea of separation, break this idea that you are separate from the world around you, because you are not. Your reality is created from within your own mind. And I now have the tools, I now have the reasoning, I now have the ability to explain this. It's been an extremely long journey for me, but I'm ready to bring this to the masses, ready to bring this through a screen for you to come through your own awakening, your own understanding, and your own truth of what this is, where we are, who you are at your core, and what it means. Because ultimately, if we strip away all of the doubt, all of the pain, all of the person, there's nothing left to fear, there's nothing left to hurt you, there's nothing left to do, really. You just live in bliss. It's the total end of suffering, and it's a unification of the human race, which is what we have needed for millennia. And now we're here. We're at a point where we have the ability to communicate instantaneously through a screen to thousands of other people on the planet using language which we have built to create understanding, share ideas, share concepts. And the concept that I'm trying to deliver has been flying right under our noses for years. And so a little bit about me as a person. I'm an engineer by nature, by name. I studied engineering at university. I'm an extremely high-level thinker, and my mind has been painful to me. Throughout the years, I've been trying to understand the world and understand the meaning of what is going on. And I suffered with depression, the person did. I suffered with extremely crippling anxiety and suicidal thoughts. And then I had a spiritual awakening which allowed me to separate my materialistic views of the world to a more spiritual understanding. And I've now had to use my engineering mind to basically dissect and re-engineer, or at least reverse engineer, the concepts that I'm going to explain. So this is one video of many. This is the start of something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I've personally just not been ready. So I've created my own internal blocks, my own internal limitations, and now I'm ready to move through them. I feel totally free, I feel totally ready, and I've only done that through the grace of God, the grace of the universe, the grace of spirit, finally giving me the strength to allow me to embody the spirit that I need to be to share to others, to help them awaken. Because once everyone wakes up, once we all finally see that truth, once we all understand that we are not separate, we create a world that is full of love, abundance and harmony. Because the only reason you would hurt your neighbor, hurt your friend, hurt anyone around you, hurt yourself, is because of this idea that you're not hurting yourself. You're not if I treat that person badly, or if I break, for instance, this leaf off here, if I destroy something, it doesn't matter, because it's not me. It's out there. It's separate from what I am. And that is not truth. That is not truth. That is not truth. You are hurting yourself. You are hurting everyone around you. And the world's ready for change. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for anyone that is joining the journey, anyone that is on their own path to awakening and knows there is more, knows there is something missing, knows that deep down inside there is a piece of you that is crying out to be let out, to be embodied, to be lived through. Because the person that is created through the mind is the only thing that will cause you suffering. It's the only thing that will cause you pain. And we are now elevating above that, where every single moment we touch and experience and live through is magical. It's beautiful. You don't see birds suffering. You don't see the bees suffering. They just do. You don't see a tree suffering, they just be. This is the way of every single creature and living thing in the animal kingdom. And the only one that creates their own pain is the human being or the person. And it's over. There is no longer anything to suffer about. Everything is falling into place and the illusion is now fading. And we are on the cusp of becoming free. And it feels amazing. It's the crazy path to walk because these power structures that have been built for many hundreds of years will crumble. There is no need for power structures in a world where subservience is no longer a thing. Because you are free, you are a sovereign being, you were put on this planet to be free and be whoever you need to be. You were born abundant, you were born free. It's time to embody that. So, I send you love and light, and I will see you in the next one for a more direct teaching into what these concepts are. And I love you. See you soon.